We should now be streaming.
Alright, so. Hello to everyone out there. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2 Saisei. I'm Ryu, this is Zero, and you join us at an exciting and climactic point here. All of Zero's schemes have just been unveiled by his older brother Schneisel. And now, Ogi, the vice captain of the Black Knights, has to make a decision. With what he knows now, can he trust Zero? Should he try? Or should he just say he can't? Have we had any comments yet?
Nope. No votes.
So, at this point in time, we have not had anyone chime in and say, trust Zero, don't trust Zero. So, we're going to wait a couple of more seconds here, see if anyone shows up, and if no one does, we're probably just going to take the trust Zero route, since it's the
good
non-canon route, but the one that is a secret. So we're hoping that goes well.
And which gets 2 secret units. One we will probably not use, and another one we may use. Hey! Hello! Alright, trust Zero it is. We finally have a vote.
Alright then. So, despite everything that's happened, we're going to trust Zero. Hoagie? I want to trust Zero. Hoagie? Ever since I first asked him to be our leader, I've trusted him up since then. Open your eyes, Hoagie! He threw us away back at that Battle of Tokyo. Even so, I refuse to accept the time that Zero spent with us has been a lie. I don't care if you call me an idiot. Or an optimist, or anything like that. But, at the very least, we ought to at least listen to what he has to say.
Give me just a minute, I need to calm my cat. You can keep
And
translating.
if even so you can't accept what Zero has to do, then I'll kill him myself. That's my job as the vice captain. As the first person to have trusted Zero. Hoagie. So that's how it is, Prince Schneisel. It would seem as if our conversation is going to get a lot longer from here on out. For today, at least, I'd like to request that you leave. You're going to regret that decision. I imagine that this was outside of your expectations, wasn't it? However, please don't worry. After all, Zexus has something that you can't understand. Let us return, Cornelia. Villetta, what are you going to do? I want to see the truth with my own eyes. Alongside him. I can't understand those feelings of yours. Neither can I. Let's see. Just quickly confirm a single word. Could be that there truly is no absolute rulers there. Well then, allow us to take our leave. Zexus and Zero. I can very easily say that it's from this moment that our true battle against each other has begun. Lelouch. I suppose there's no point to this mask anymore. You really were that Lelouch guy from Ashford Academy. Well then, Zero. Tell us the truth of everything you've been doing. Don't hide anything. After all, that's your obligation now. This is going to be a long discussion. Exactly what we wanted. Nunnally, I've lost you, the only member of my family I had left. I've lost C2, I've lost Suzaku, and I've even lost the mask that protected me. I don't have anything left to lose here.
Well, I mean, you've got your life, but...
To him, that's a cheap thing. So, because that is at the end of a chapter, we have to quickly go through and take care of the upgrades here, but hopefully that will be fast. So, on the Trust Zero, yes, on the Trust Zero route, Rollo survives.
We actually get him in a minute.
Yes, we will wind up getting Rollo here as a secret unit at the start of the next chapter, but yeah, he's yelled at Zero has yelled at Rollo, "Shut up, you're just a fake. I was trying to kill you a bunch of times and you survived anyway. Get out of my sight." But he'll still come back. Because he's probably nuts, but love is still love, right? Right? Or something like that.
Oh, come on. One press away.
Either way, Rollo will be coming back with his Vincent.
And that is the unit we probably aren't going to use. Might use Holland.
Yes.
At least for a stage.
The most important special bit of the Trust Zero route that we get is the fact that we don't lose the Shinkiro for a long period of time. Because if you choose the Zero Requiem route, you lose the Shinkiro for 7 chapters.
Is that all?
There are only 10 left.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Because, I mean, they can't just get rid of him for real. You need to have him.
What's the gainer need? Melee. Yeah, melee.
Or skill. Skill works too.
He doesn't really need skill at this point.
Let's see. So the next couple of chapters... The next chapter will be getting us a number of units from Code Geass.
Okay, I've got Rollo now.
Oh, you just have him.
I just have him.
That's nice.
Sorry, I'm not looking at comments and he's having to do it.
Yes, it is rather sad and disturbing that he's probably only here because he doesn't have anywhere else to go. I mean, he's
just a sad, dejected puppy.
Killer puppy, sure, but yes. That's a good enough description. I mean, he's betrayed his country for his brother. He's probably going to be killed if he went back.
Is that my first hyper jammer?
Yes. So, yeah, he really doesn't have anywhere to go. Yes, 20 SP per turn.
What's the 150?
It's the proof of having a pilot with over 150 kills.
Just make sure it wasn't something Will-related. Alright, Basara.
Replace Cheryl's disc score.
No, I'll take a movement down.
Okay.
He has stupid high movement anyway.
Perfect.
And who do I give the Hyperbringer to?
I usually put it on the quarter.
Yeah, that'll probably be reasonable, but...
You don't need that Iron Emblem anyway.
Yeah.
It should be on the first page.
Then, of course, the question becomes, who gets the Iron Emblem?
It doesn't really need to go on anyone.
You. Lose one of them for the Iron Emblem. Upgrades.
Quickly max out anyone you are using. Everything becomes S.
Is it actually everything? No,
yeah.
Not space.
Everything other than space, which is sad. Because, I mean, the God Sigma was designed for deep space, right?
Yeah, which makes it kind of odd.
Well, God Sigma is God Sigma.
Actually, I don't know if I do want to upgrade that one. Just because the DX is useful, but not...
Not your main. Have you done the Gravian?
I did the Gravian a while ago.
Okay. Pearl Nail would be expensive. Yeah. The Gundam Age manga definitely feels as if it's cut very short. I mean, they've got less than an episode per chapter.
You know,
or less than a chapter per episode.
Go ahead.
That's a very poor way of doing a story if you're adapting something. and not just going off completely on your own. You need to have at least some measure of pacing, but they just
I'll save
don't.
and leave the money for weapons if needed.
Alright, so we've now officially declared that we are supporting Lelouch. So that's great. This cannot go wrong. The Phlegia impact site. This is Phlegia's explosion site. I rescued you. Please note the eyes. After all, well, even if it's you, if your body is completely annihilated, I'm pretty sure you'd be in a difficult situation. I see. So it really was you. Why did you seal away your own code? After all, I'm sure that Charles would have been able to fulfill your wish. Didn't you want to die after all? Even I don't understand why. I'm a bit surprised by it all. Well then, why don't we go and confirm it? Just a note for anyone out there watching this later, this is Anya, one of the Knights of the Round. Please note the Anya?
It's at least Anya on.
Sure, Anya, why not? Good enough. Anya, pretty close. Yes. One of the former Knights of the Round, note the gas-possessed eyes. Since I decide to do this, it's set. For you, at least. You're just dragging me around as always. Even so, I'm thankful that you wound up giving me this Geass. Even though you wound up reneging on our contract. Well, if you think that, then let's go. Are you that worried about Lelouch? Do you really think I'm that idealistic of a mother? I suppose not. Where are you going, C2? Listen to what I'm saying! I still have a promise I have to fulfill. One that I must. That's not like you. You to say things like that. If you want to laugh, then go ahead. However... See... the me I am right now does not hate you, Marianne of the Flash. Even if you tell everything to Lelouch, it's going to be pointless. After all, the Sword of Akash is about to activate. Oh, I wonder how he'll be responding. This is perhaps what I think is the best scene of the Trust Zero round. And that is everything I can tell you about myself and Geass. Absolute authority? The power of the king? Geass? So there was something like that hiding in the shadows of this world. Wait a minute! So... that assassination that murder with the princess was all due to that Geass thing? That is correct. Even if it was an accident, with a single poorly spoken word from you, many Japanese people lost their lives. I don't intend to refute that. Then why did you stay silent about that? If we'd known it back then... And what would you have done had you known? If you'd known that, would you have shot me down as punishment for my sins? If that had happened, the Black Knights would have been ended, wouldn't they? If you look only at the outcomes, the fact that Zero hid the truth there was the correct decision. However, that isn't something that can be forgiven. I know. Zero. You are the sort of person who will take responsibility for everything he has done. In fact, after that slaughtering incident, you wound up allowing the Black Knights to continue participating in Zexus. There must have been some reason for it. Now that you've gone ahead and confessed all of your sins, I shall tell you the way that you can atone for them. I've already prepared myself. Wait a minute. Don't tell me! Don't tell me you're going to tell him to take his own life. A world without an Nunnally. I have no place in a world like this. Lelouch, put this on. That's Zero's mask. Why would you... Just take it already and put it on! Alright. Is this alright? And now...
Yell it from the depths of your soul.
So anyone who's out there listening, you may want to turn down the sound here. Grate those teeth! Just runs over. Slams him in the face. Whoa. She cracked the mask? But she wound up punching a heavy mask, didn't she? Her hands gotta be... Get up, Zero! You said this before, didn't you? Who? The only people who should shoot are those with the resolve to be shot. It's those sorts of people who understand what it means to shoot, don't they? Even while shooting, you're shooting your own heart! Colin. That punch was straight from my heart. Heart filled with all the feelings I have towards you. I'm sorry, Lelouch. Even though I know about you and the Geass, I couldn't help you at all. No. I'm the one who should be apologizing, Colin. In order to carry out my goal, I've done so many things that can never be taken back. Shining Finger? No, just like Kamina has done to Simone. Full-on punch straight to the face to snap him out of it. But with the mask on, so she's probably bleeding quite a bit onto the floor. There are so many people I have to apologize to. Everyone at Ashford Academy, all of the Black Knights, everyone in Zexus, Yuffie, Rollo, C2, Nunnally, all of the Japanese people who died in the riots, all of those people whose destinies have been twisted by me. That's why you aren't allowed to die! Do you really think you'd be allowed to do that? That's just running away from your problems! But I'm still here, brother. Rollo? I know that I can't be a replacement for Nunnally, but even so, I'm your brother, aren't I? But I said so many horrible things to you. We're siblings, aren't we? All siblings fight at times, don't they? You... If you intend to try and atone for your sins, brother, then I'll go along with you. After all, I have quite a few sins myself. And after all, I'm your brother. Of course. At that time I shall go along with you as well. Jeremiah. Even if the entire world was to go against you, I shall follow you, Master Lelouch. Is it because I'm a member of the Britannian royalty? Of course. The fact that you are the child of my late Master Maria is a reason. However, there's an even greater reason than that. My soul itself is dragged along in your path. Your soul is dragged? The destiny that you've been bearing is something I wish to fight against as well. However, what happens from here on out is for you to decide. Miss Sumeragi? See. It is true that there are countless things you need to fix. Most likely, they aren't things that can be solved easily. However, we and you, we don't intend to go against these days we've spent with you. With Zero. After all, from here on out, it's not a question of what everyone thinks of you, but what you think you should do. But Hero stares. Chiriko stares. Roger stares. Lelouch. Master Lelouch. You're wrong, Jeremiah. Both Lelouch V. Britannia and Lelouch Lamperouge have already disappeared from this world. The only one who stands here before you is Zero. The one who shall save this world from its tyrants. The symbol known as Zero. Do you intend to offer everything you have to Zero? I don't think I'll be forgiven with this. However, as I am now, this is all I can do. Right now, if there's any meaning to be found at all in this life of mine, it's in the existence of Zero. So that's the future that you've chosen? No, I'm not the one who chose it. The one who chose it is Ogi, and all the rest of you who stood here to listen to me. Lelouch. No, Colin. I'm Zero. Zero. Nothingness, So you even intend to kill your sense of self? Amuro stares. Setsuna stares. Koji and Chiriko stare. If that's the answer that you've come up with, if you intend to pass judgment upon me, then feel free to do so. We don't have the right to do that. After all, the only time when the punishment should come is after everything's been ended. Just think of it like that. But we haven't forgotten. After all, you wound up standing against those terrorists back when the Academy got overrun, didn't ya? You weren't lying back at that time. We just think, a guy like that, he's a guy worth trusting. Everyone. Zero. It's not Lelouch, but Zero that's the one that we accept and trust. After all, we've heard everything about your situation, right? There's nothing left to hide. After all, if you want to make use of bluffs and tricks to destroy any more cities, we won't forgive you after this. Understood, Mr. Akagi. Oh, come on, don't call me that after all this time. You're Zero, aren't you? Wait a minute, Akagi. And everyone else. I know what you're thinking, Tamaki. But now that this world's being completely dominated by the Britannian Empire, or an Emperor, we need Zero's power. Tamaki. If I do anything further to destroy your trust you have in me, feel free to shoot me at that time. But after all, Hero, who knew I was Zero, had been waiting to kill me if anything like that happened. And I'll give you that responsibility as well. But Lelouch. No, Zero. Well, I'll take on that role. Your mask of lies has already been destroyed by Kozuki's fist. With this, all you have left to wear is your true face. No, wait. Our mask of lies has already been shattered. All that's left is for you to wear the mask of your destiny, mask of your fates. Well, if it's come to that, that broken mask isn't fit to be used, is it? C2? What are you so surprised about? After all, you should know better than anyone that I'm immortal. And here, I've brought your spare mask. Thank you, C2. What are you saying after all this time? We're co-conspirators, aren't we? That was right. Zero. That's how it is, everyone! Alright. Just like before, Zero's leader of the Black Knights! You're quick to change your tune. Put it a different way. He's the kind of guy who can change at the drop of a dime. But even so, Zero, our situation's bad. Thanks to the Britannian Empire, the Federation is turning into a gigantic monarchy. I've already prepared for a situation like this. I have plans in place already. Well then, Zero. Let's hear how you intend to turn this around. Alright. We're going to have Zexus head towards the Chinese Federation. Chinese Federation? There we'll be able to gather strength by making use of the Chinese Federation. And the Japanese people who fled the country. Power? Do you intend to take the Federation on head-on? That's right. This will mark the birth of another enormous power that will be capable of taking them on head-on. Its name is the Super United Nations. A power that can stand head-on against the Earth Federation. That's the Super United Nations. So in order to fight Charles, you intend to drag people from all over the world into this. I won't deny why that is what's happening. That is what I'd intended. However, now that the entire world is being ruled over with an iron fist by the Federation, the people who desire peace need somewhere they can flee. In order to create that, I will become Zero. Nunnally, now that I've lost you, I'll throw away everything. Your brother Lelouch has already died. The only one left here is Zero. The man who will create a miracle for the sake of the world you and Yuffie desired.
Wait, they actually killed off Nunnally?
Chinese Federation. Forbidden Palace.
From my small amount of knowledge of Code Geass Ascending, I don't think that occurred.
We shall see. But she was supposed to be in one of those 3 battleships that was at Ground Zero. So, the Super United Nations. That sounds like an absolutely awful...
Is it any worse than Zexus or Zuth?
No, it is not worse than Zuth. Especially because it has terrestrial humans in it, and you've got a number of aliens. But... So, Forbidden Palace. First gathering of the Super United Nations. Here and now, we announce the formation of a new power, the Super United Nations. Allow us to share the joy of this day with people across the world. Lots of cheering people. Unexpected. Let's see. Well then, for everyone who's watching this ceremony across the world, I will have the representative of the Super United Nations, Lady Kagura, give a quick explanation of us. Yes, I'm Lady Kagura, who has just been introduced. As you all know... Let's see, oh dear. Lots of kanji I don't recognize. So, What is your explanation of the Super United Nations? So basically, we're just trying to create a place that can deal with them.
It's better than the Ultimate United Federation of Nations.
As you know, the Super United Nation is something that was accepted... that was created after the Charter of Nations was accepted. At this point in time, the number of member nations is 12, but there are many times that number who wish to join us. Super United Nations. Founded by a group of nations which led to the Earth Federation and have decided to work alongside us. After all, well, the unease the people feel about the A-Laws and the fact that the Queen Relina has disappeared have been leading a number of people to try and join us. At this point in time, it's only a matter of time before we have a full-scale war with the Federation. However, we don't have much time to prepare. And there's still a lot of problems left for us. However, the fact that there are this many people trying to join us just goes to show how dissatisfied people are with the current Federation. So both the Federation and the Super United Nations are just a gathering of problems, huh? After all, well, even a single failure will lead to massive damage for either of us. In order to make sure that doesn't happen, we've got to defeat the Britannian Empire, protect this place. And so, with this we really have become enemies of the entire world, haven't we? No, that's not quite right. After all, the Federation itself isn't what's evil, is it? And so, all we need to do is just fight in order to return the Federation to what it should have been. According to what Miss Sumeragi said, that's Zero. It looks like he's got a plan already. You really can't take your eyes off him for a minute, can you? He's the type of guy you definitely don't want to have as an enemy. The 16 clauses above are the main charter of the Super United Nations. However, in addition, the Super United Nations is going to be cooperating with the Earth Federation's Special
Operations Unit.
Special Operations Unit Zexus. In accordance with their powers of oversight. 8. They should be launching an investigation into Charles de Britannia, who's been turning the military into his own personal property. With the support of Zexus. No, support of Zexus. This is the Super United Nations Resolution Number 1. With this, we've gotten most of the things we need. I suppose a good chunk of it is due to Commander Otsuka's Zexus movement. But even so, even if we wind up taking care of some of the big problems with this, we still have to deal with that Schnazel guy and that Emperor Charles, right? That Emperor guy has the ability to use Geass. It's too cruel, isn't it? After all, if we want to yell at Zero about it, we should definitely yell at him as well! Unfortunately, it seems unlikely that we'll be able to get through to him. What do you mean? After all, what His Highness desires is a world of perfect peace. And for that sake, a symbol of resistance like Zero is something that cannot be tolerated. In other words, for someone like him, the person who's most important for the Federation as it is now, to come out and fight would have far too many risks. However, if he did move, it would only be at a time when he's absolutely certain of his victory. What's with that? Is he scared of losing? After all, as the thought of someone who's standing at the top, it's not wrong. But in his case, it's the fact that he won't hesitate to use any methods available is what's really scary. I guess that's to be expected of Zero's family. But even so, it's not going to be good if the Federation and the Super United Nations get into full-on war at this point. The world really will be split in two. No, not two. If you think about the White Fang up in the colonies, it'll be split in three. And if Islam winds up coming in, we'll wind up with four. In order to ensure that doesn't happen, we need to defeat the Britannian Empire as quickly as possibly and fix the Federation. Fix the Federation, huh? Huh. If that happens, the Super United Nations might wind up really unifying the world, huh? And if we were able to get Queen Relina on our side, that'd be pretty awesome, don't you think? That won't happen. And why do you say that? That woman doesn't desire this world to be split in two by war. The Super United Nations that fights against the Earth Federation. That isn't a good thing. However, that's why we're going to try and take them out before they wind up in a full-scale war. Well, everyone, I've got some good news and some bad news. The Federation started moving. In addition, the king started to move as well. The Emperor of Britannia started directly giving orders? Yeah. It looks as if a squadron focusing around the Empire started moving in Area 11. No matter how you look at it, this is a declaration of war against Zero, isn't it? The Emperor Charles C. Britannia. Does he want to put an end to things? So it would seem.
Nobody
Chapter
likes
50.
Charles.
The Super United Nations Resolution 1. Let's see. According to the documents that our companions and Master V2 left us, we've reached the designated point. I keep on forgetting the name of this island. It is Kinajima. I think it's something like Godai Island. So that is where the world will change. Yes, making use of the ruins that are spread across the world. The Sword of Akasha shall show its might. To think that I'd be able to use something that ancient. Very well. Before this world changes, we may as well take care of these problems. Your Highness, Zexus has appeared. Deploy your battleships.
Oh, two this time.
Yes, because the Ikaruga is the only one that's force deployed. Up to you. 24 units. A sure sign we are getting to the end game.
I just had to check there.
But it is a good thing. That card's looking pretty low level now. Gurren Lagann? Or that?
Because she's lower level.
Yep. So, get yourself set up. And remember, God Sigma needs kills.
It's not... I mean, his ace bonus isn't the greatest thing ever, but...
But he's, I think, the only person, other than, like, Roger, you have out who doesn't have an ace.
Certainly one of them. Dygard also.
That's Sayaka, but whoever aces her.
Her ace bonus is decent, but...
The problem is that she's really,
support only.
Yeah. I do want to check, however. Is her full upgrade bonus what it is in?
It's repair doubled. Her ace and her full upgrade are both doubles repair.
That's the Britannian Union's flagship. So you're saying that Charles C. Britannia's on that? You have done well to come this far, Zexus. And Lelouch. Charles C. Britannia. Representative of the Federation and the Emperor of Britannia. We've come here in order to try and have a talk with you. At this point in time, the Federation is falling apart politically. Many people are attempting to go for independence. I do not intend to hand this world over to a bunch of rebels like you. What's he saying? Calm down. He is the Emperor, after all. Well then, I'd like to ask you, Your Highness. What would you like to ask? What do you think of the fact that you've been spreading wars throughout this world? All units, commence attack! He's shooting at us! Is that the Emperor's answer? I knew it would come to this. All units, advance! So till the very end you intend to turn against me. With that fake mask of yours. Don't think you'll be standing above me forever. Listen to me, Charles C. Britannia. Lelouch v. Britannia is no longer in this world. The only one here is the one who shall destroy your tyranny. Zero! Very well. I suppose you'll be a fitting final enemy for me. Charles, so you intend to use that? Your Highness, do you truly intend to do this? It's no use, Roger Smith. Words won't reach him. Exactly right. Exactly as I said. Fight, conquer, win! And for that sake, I shall defeat you. How long does he intend to keep looking down on us? So we can't avoid battle. Zexus. Think of this as proof of how highly I value your skills. What? You are strong. After all, with people like you at the lead, this world would have advanced far further. However, that is not the truth of this world. This world is filled with weaklings. Are you saying that's a bad thing? Being weak is not a sin in and of itself. However, I shall not allow that weakness to twist people. The greatest of those all is lies. Those weak people wind up twisting each other with lies and distorting this entire world. Distorting the world with lies? So that's why you're turning this world into a battlefield? Even though you have such incredible strength, you refute fighting. But that is something that is only permitted to the strong. And so, I shall change the way this world works. A world of true equality, with no strong or weak. In the midst of all this chaos, this shall be my final battle before I change the world. I've got no clue what the hell he's saying. You're a king, aren't you? Explain it more easily. Well then, allow me to put this in a way you might understand. You humans, humanity shall learn of their foolishness through conflict. And so, the world shall change. Wow, we've got so many people doing that. That is wrong, Emperor of Britannia. This world shall change by getting rid of you! So, destroy the Logris class. Charles, Don't let Zero die. Don't let a battleship die. Within 3 turns, defeat all of their enemies, and then defeat Charles.
Normally I'd immediately touch Dracula Heart, but first I need to check.
Zero's at
just then.
max will. I mean, think of what's happening. There's a lot of other stuff.
Okay, I just missed those showing up.
Yeah, it's because they were in a different spot.
So, the reason why I have all of those things thrown onto Nekubasara, he can now cast Hot Blood every turn.
So he should regen 40 SP per turn.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Barely any at all. He could use Awakening every 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly few cats today.
Yep. I don't even think the Connie's in there.
No, she's up there.
Is she still?
Yeah.
She just turned in a way as to be invisible then. I wonder what the new Vincents are like. Because there are clearly some Vincent-class enemies up there. But they look different. They look blue.
Yeah, those do look blue.
Well, I'm sure we'll see them eventually. Not just gonna punch.
Alright, I forgot that I have Hidden Away.
Yep. Double punch and destroy Gundam.
Oh my, it actually killed.
Oh yeah, Aquarian is super strong.
I wasn't certain it would.
Every time I see the destroy Gundams, I wonder. It's just a Vincent air.
I also just realized I
I've got no use for your small.
chance.
I've got nothing to do with you, small fry. Out of my way!
This may be the rare time we will see what happens if a Mugen attack misses. I'm not sure what the hit chance on the second one is. It's just...
But you still destroyed it.
I'm actually surprised with that.
Love.
I was gonna say, she gets love, doesn't she?
Don't you have Hidden Away on Amuro?
Yeah, but I don't feel like using one of those on him.
Don't want to use a Fin Funnel immediately.
I feel like these things can easily be destroyed without them.
Probably. Super Scylla. Alright, Colin, get moving.
Just so she'll take, like, no damage this entire time if she gets hit.
There was a 0% hit chance.
Yeah, it's for everything else that may come.
Just going to arm punch it?
5-range arm punch.
That is stupid. That is a stupid long range you have there.
I mean, I can't even defend that. That's a third of a Mugen punch.
Pretty much. Just thinking about the Destiny here, I did manage to finish my Destiny kit.
Depending on your definition of finish.
How about it's fully assembled?
Yes, as most of mine are. Because when it comes to Gunpla, finishing can mean any number of things.
Oh dear.
What happened?
The beam cannon has slipped out again. Not a problem, just something that needs a quick fix.
Don't worry, you've got time. I'm moving a ton of units.
Let's see.
Let's change the music.
There we go. So yes. A fully constructed Destiny. Unfortunately, the wings have a bit of difficulty from time to time.
And you don't have the most important part of the wings.
Well, I mean,
Does it even come with that?
no, it does not.
Aw.
Yes, unfortunately, the Destiny does not come with Wings
What?
of Light features. Ignore size.
Ah.
Has Slash Harkins and MVS Lance.
That's actually
Yes.
good to know that they all have...
With
ignore
wings
size.
fully spread. Is it perfect? No, but I think
It's a
it's pretty
Destiny.
cool. I also like the fact that its weapons fold.
That was being canon again.
Yeah.
That is a loose
It
cannon.
comes with... Well, I mean, basically they just sort of slot onto the back and not particularly well at that. Yep. Folding beam cannon and folding beam blade. So if you ever wind up using the beam cannon or Excalibur again here on this stage, why don't you show them off so that we can see a bit of how they fold.
What did he just get?
Courage.
Courage. Courage?
Courage.
What's his final skill going to be? Soul?
Soul, Awakening, something like that, probably. Who knows, maybe he's got both love and soul. Or love and courage. There are a couple of people who have that.
That would be especially weird for him, though.
I definitely think that, the most interesting of them is Zeus. In Z3, Zeus, if you get him as a secret, has both love and courage. Is it great? No, but it's nice to have the option of either. They cost the same thing as well, so...
It would only be weird for him due to, 6-man unit. His ace bonus is
It's not his fault.
interesting.
What, the Gravian's SP up?
No, God Sigma's, since I'm trying
What does
to
God Sigma do?
100% sword cut.
That would be an homage to his leader bonus in the original Z. In the original Z, God Sigma, if you have him as the leader of your squadron, has plus 40% blocking activation rate. Because, and this is incredibly stupid, in the original Z, you have to have a skill on your character to be able to sword cut or shield defend. If your unit is equipped with it, but you do not have the blocking skill, nope, can't cut down enemy projectiles, or use your shield.
Yeah, that is weird.
This just seems stupid to me.
That
But on the plus side, pretty much everyone who has a sword or shield comes with blocking. And he greatly increases the chances of it activating. So that's nice.
okay.
That's the biggest problem with the King Gainer. It runs out of energy very quickly.
Sure, go ahead. I don't like destroy Gundams.
No one likes Destroy Gundams. They killed Stella.
Who's Stella? Never
Or
seen her in
perhaps-
this.
Or to put it another way, or if you want to think of it another way, Kira killed Stella. But it was being in the Destroy Gundam that he killed, that he blew up, that killed her, so.
I'm sure Kira blames himself for it.
I don't know that Kira blames himself for it, but Shin certainly blames Kira for it. This is part of the reason that saving Stella, is a part of the getting the Zuth route in Z. I won't hesitate anymore. The only thing that's left for me is Zero's mission. I will. Zero shall fight. With all the things everyone has entrusted him. MVS Lance versus Solar Fist. Hyper Beam Saber. Oh, 0. Or 0. It's not a good life for him.
Time to do something I almost never do. I think.
Rust Arcane, you think?
Yeah, I think I'm Rust Hurricaning.
Yep. Rust Hurricane. Because it's not post-movement, you really only ever use it,
As either a counter, or if you are really trying to armor down a boss.
Mm-hmm. Don't use the Trinity Wing. It's far too expensive.
Yes, but the God Sigma can, of course, fully restore its energy. No.
Interesting.
Okay, time to use the beam cannon.
Yep. So let's see if we can watch as it unfolds here. What an
God, my
interesting weapon. Click. Just snaps out.
I am amused by the way it holds it. It has a sideways handle that it holds like this, upside down.
That is, I believe, how the Freedom uses its railguns. If it does.
I thought the Freedom just flips the railguns out.
He's going to use an Excalibur on you. He's got a high hit chance. So, yes. So, the Freedom, it's Ziphus waste railguns. Most of the time, it just flicks the railguns out and just fires them manually, but it does have a pair of handles at the side, which it grips from underneath. Has handles on the outside, comes under, grabs. Just like the way the Destiny's holding that.
So now, I'm actually hoping that this will hit me and not kill.
So that you can see the way that Bismarck hits.
That, and also so I can see how broken Prevail New Type is. It's only level 5, but...
Well, that's quite a bit.
And now I don't think anything's going to touch him ever again.
Hey, your Psycho Field took effect.
Yeah, it always takes effect.
Hmm.
It reduces damage by 1,500.
I thought Psycho Field was supposed to be,
No, it's a reduce rather than a...
No, I thought it was beam only, still. That's not going to kill anything.
No, it
Quite
will not.
clearly.
Unfortunately.
So... That does not answer what I'm thinking of.
Go ahead and Micro-Dimension Eater.
Let's see. Okay. Yes. So it's only Setsuko who has Recruit Stella as his youth point. Good. For Rand, you just have to have Shin battle Stella on that stage, or get extra points for having Shin as an NPC defeat Stella. Good. Because only Setsuko can rescue Stella. And former Asame.
Because she is the Gundam route. Or, more specifically, the primarily real route. But
No, I wouldn't say that, but... She deals with a good more, she seems to deal a good more with Zeta and Destiny. Just in general.
Ultimate.
Ultimate?
He has ultimate.
Charles?
No, this dude.
Oh, him. Well, of course he does. He is the strongest knight.
Accelerate.
Force Impulse Excalibur attack. Force Impulse only gets the Excalibur at chapter 38 of Z.
Wrong thing. Oh well.
And you get the Destiny at chapter 43.
Regen SP.
Does he need it?
Yeah, because look what I applied.
Ah, you applied a lot of things.
No, this is just because he reached max will.
Yeah. But even so, you chewed through half his energy.
Yeah, to do this. Hit all three of these.
Thankfully, you are not hitting the one you need to save.
Yep. As it turns out, Prevail level 5 new type is not as dangerous as I thought.
I honestly have to wonder about that.
I was going to say, which one of these is Charles, then I realized it's probably this one with the massive command aura.
No, really. Looking at what you do in the original Z, I can't help but wonder what the heck is up with Chapter 45, considering you get Jared Messa in a Bjarland, someone else in a Bjarland, and a bunch of Titans NPC grunts on your side.
Hey, soul.
It's also the shape where you get the ICBM toss.
Roger has a soul.
Well... yeah. I was going to say something about that, but yeah, it is questionable at times.
I mean, he may or may not be human.
Who knows?
He certainly doesn't.
Yeah. Double punch the Galahad.
Less that and more the hit chance was. I'm certain this won't kill.
Just barely.
Yeah. I was
That's good.
certain that that would happen.
Black Alley.
You can get the Black Alley!
Yep.
What? Awakening?
Act again. Unless you do it to anyone.
Okay, Zero. That just made you more useful.
So yes, anyone can act again for 70 SP off.
Him
Of
or
him.
Sayaka. Just barely, that wasn't enough.
What turn is this?
Two.
2. Well, you seem to be doing pretty well. You've taken out 2/3 of the enemies in less than 2 turns.
Not sure what
That's
the
pretty
remaining
good.
ones are.
Just keep advancing. There's a bunch of enemies.
Can you assault combat as death?
Really not, but he took some damage, so
That's good.
that's fine for him.
The only
Not quite
character that's
enough,
good
but
for that to happen
It's,
to.
it's fine.
Or at least one of the only characters who it's really good to have take damage.
Yeah. I mean, it could be better, could be worse.
should be able to...
God Tomahawk.
I haven't used the God Tomahawk a fair bit.
Every time I look at that, I think, you know, Getter Robo, that is a tomahawk. What you have is a battle axe.
The original Getter Tomahawk, I think you will agree, is a tomahawk.
I don't know I could call it a tomahawk, but it's certainly a hand axe. Which is closer to a tomahawk.
Is it because of the not necessarily having a blade on the other side?
No, it's not because of the not having a blade on the other side. It's just... That is part of it. It's the general shape and thickness of it. Tomahawks are supposed to be, you know, sort of light for easy throwing.
You don't think you could easily throw the original Getter Tomahawk with its nubs?
I mean, the Getter Tomahawk looks more like a club that someone stuck an axe blade into.
There's no word for that other than nubs, is there?
There's probably some word for
Bumps.
it, but...
They are a very unique design.
But how about I cannot think of any, you know, technical blacksmithy term for it, which there probably is. We have a lot of people out there. And so few enemies. So few enemies.
5 left. 1, 2,
They're all over there.
5.
Perfect. Remember, the one up and to the left of Galahad is the one you must not kill. And after you defeat Charles, there will be more stage. Well done, Will. God bless the Dan Cougar. God bless the machine Dan Cougar.
The machine to surpass the Dan Cougar. The Dan Cougar Nova.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Kuga or Cougar?
Cougar. Dan Cougar. Which is why it's written like cougars as in land animal.
Big Moth.
I'm the Knight of One! Goodbye, Bismarck.
Farewell. Your sword shall live on.
Yep. To think that I, the strongest knight of the Empire, would be pushed this far! Well done, Bismarck. Thank you for everything you've done until now. Your Highness, I do not deserve such words. I must go. You need simply look over the new world to come. Yes, Your Majesty!
Alright, so 4 enemies remain. I've got a turn in a bit.
Yep. Plus a new, a Gator, and a Zeta. And how is His Highness? Still at full health?
Still at full health. Man, that's cheap.
The Flash Edge?
Yeah.
Not the Flash Edge ammo based?
Nope.
Flash Edge is energy?
4 energy.
I see, right. It's in... yeah, in Z, which I've been playing some of here, the Flash Edges on the Impulse are ammo based.
Quite frankly, I think that would make more sense.
But no.
They're boomerangs.
But they are also the shoulders of the Destiny.
Alright.
So,
Now I've just got to determine what the best course of.
25%. As expected of an ultimate warrior? I can feel it. The seed of a new power that is within you. How unfortunate. If all humans were like you, I wouldn't have had to revise these plans. New types. Just in case he has extra dialogue, since I know you've had a tendency to skip special dialogue by accident. Oh, and he's got a barrier.
Blaze Luminous, undoubtedly.
Nope, a barrier field.
That's more health than I was expecting.
Okay, so no special. But yeah, he's got just a bit of HP. The ultimate and guard, which means he takes only 80% damage from anything you do.
11 movement.
Wait, press square. So yeah, he's got Blaze Luminous and a barrier field.
Cool. His weapons are ammo based. He doesn't regen energy though.
Or HP.
So that much is good.
You have this turn and next turn.
That should be easily doable. Especially if I...
That rage, those ideals, that fighting spirit of yours, all of it shall eventually become one. Let's see. The advent of Ragnarok. Zexus, your spirit shall be dragged along as well. No, I shall take your spirit with me as I go. At least I'm pretty sure he said Ragnarok. It had Ra rather than Ra, but considering that he's talking about Shin the Berserker, it's probably Ragnarok. Ugh, that hit chance. On a Valkyrie. Valkyrie should
say
be...
to him.
Nope. I mean, he's just an ordinary human. Charles is not interested in petty humans.
Might as well actually watch one of Charles' attacks.
Who knows, maybe he'd have something special to say to the Getter team and,
Possibly the Dan Cougar teams.
yeah, Getter, Dan Cougar, and Gurren Lagann, I'm thinking he may have something special to say to.
God Mars as well, possibly.
God Marston's an alien, he doesn't care about aliens. Humans exist to be divided. I shall erase your existence.
Do they, Charles? Now look at the really painful thing. Oh no, 0% chance. Okay.
But you can't attack
Can't
again. Oh, Charles v. Britannia.
Z.
Charles Z. Britannia.
It infuriates me to no end
Why?
that all of the family names are different.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that a number of them are different since, you know, they all have different mothers. Or at least a good number of them have different mothers.
Z, Li, V.
Lelouch's V, so that's easy to remember. He's the main character. It makes sense that Charles is
Let's just...
Z.
And of course you have something to Crow.
You traitor. Now that I've obtained a code, I understand how dangerous you are. So I must hurry. in order to avoid that future of despair.
Barriers are fun.
Which is why you need to use weapons that can punch through barriers.
What barrier type is it?
I do not know. I don't know what the Blaze Luminous type is. I mean, you can try and check. Mouse over him once more and hand it over to me. Yes, Blaze Luminous. Blaze Luminous is nullify any non-beam damage below 3,000.
Whereas the barrier unit is
Barrier
reduced
field
by
is
1,000.
reduce all damage by 1,000.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright,
Fun.
who are you going to attack? It's probably Lelouch. No? You need to restore... really need to restore both HP and energy on him. Soul.
Soul. And wall. So.
Wall's left over.
So the question is, are you going to use the
You know what, I
die card
trust a 16% hit chance.
Are you going to use the die card for combat or resupply? Because its strongest weapons should all be barrier piercing.
Well, in this particular instance... resupply first. Because he is running really low. Both of them got their final skills.
Friendship. Final Denkuken and Spigot. You don't want to use the Spigot?
No. I want to conserve his energy.
Going to cast Hot Blood?
Yeah, might as well cast Hot Blood here. Yep.
You who possesses a great power, I shall make your strength my own. That is the new world. A world of perfect peace.
Fortunately. Oh no, that actually will work.
Yeah. Love. You don't have love.
I do have
You do have two
multiple
hot
bloods.
So
Love is
burn 'em.
always final skill. And
You have someone on there who can cast it? Ada
yeah,
can
she
do
can
that.
cast it. So sure, go ahead. Let's see if this does it. It may.
The twin
it
space
may not.
suffering blade. Fang blade. Yes. Splitting apart the evil dimension. These two fang blades. Jankuken. We'll show you Dan Kuker's power.
Nah, it's not gonna kill.
But it does hurt a fair bit.
Any special line?
No.
Which one are you going to?
Return to nothingness. Hi, Claire. Hello.
Alright, Lelouch.
This ought to have special dialogue.
Also, I mean, soul-filled hit, I think it'll kill.
We shall see.
Question is, who do I... Will you go ahead and do it? If this doesn't kill, I'm not going to bother with.
Charles Z. Britannia. Even though you know it's worthless, you still try and challenge me. I don't see any advancement at all from back at that time. When you brought down my rage in the throne room at Pendragon. On that day, I fought for the sake of my mother. But now, I bear the wishes of far more people. Don't make me laugh. After all, who could ever trust someone as steeped in lies as you? You may be true, however for the sake of all the people I've injured, I must do this. You alone, at the very least I'll defeat you myself.
I don't know if it does, but I feel like this should pierce barriers.
You'll see. This is very close.
That's 2,000 points
Until this
over.
world changes, I shall continue fighting.
That was 2,000 points over. That's not very...
I'm not sure what the final word there was. It's, my son Lelouch, the time has come! The time of... I don't know what the final bit was.
Reckoning!
Could be. Barrier field acquired.
And now time for dialogue.
Splendidly done, Zexus. Emperor of Britannia, we'll judge you here. There is no need for that. I intend to pass judgment upon the world. Watch out, everyone. Reinforcements are arriving.
Lots of Gwyn types.
Reinforcements that Schneasel has sent. Your Highness, leave the rest to us. Kururugi, I shall leave the rest to you and Schneasel. The rest? Farewell. Don't you try and escape. Lelouch, I won't let you follow him. Get out of his way, Suzaku. We'll be the ones to face you. Colin, it's Zexus. Even though you know everything's Lelouch done, you're still following him. We aren't just following him. We're fighting alongside him. He intends to pay for his sins. By putting his life on the line in order to strike down evil. Kurugi. Do you truly believe that what the Britannia Emperor is doing is correct? After all, well, he's just leaving everything to you. Is it really worth it? Zero. We'll take care of these guys. Leave the rest to us and you go follow the Emperor. You all. It's your job after all, isn't it? I'm certain you've prepared some way of killing an immortal Emperor, haven't you? Well, I'm certain it's a method we can't even imagine. Is that really alright? I might take this chance to flee, Zexus. Quit the stupid jokes already. We'll seriously fire our cans at you if you keep it up. If you've got the time to make stupid jokes, advance. Understood. Thanks for trusting in me. Good luck, brother. We pray for your success, Lord Zero. How are you going, Lelouch? I think that he'd be able to thank us all. He's gotten a bit more honest, hasn't he? Although those might have been words of parting. What do you mean by that? We can keep talking after. We need to stop Suzaku now. But we already decided we trust in Zero, didn't we? So all we need to do is keep things going. Watch out. The new Lancelot's completely different from what we've seen before. Duke Prin. You wound up using the feedback data from the Gurren in order to build a new unit, didn't you? Let's go, Gino. But, Suzaku, do you intend to act after a time like this? Do you intend to... Do you have doubts at a time like this? But we don't know where Anya is. And this is for the battlefield. There's no way we can... If that's the case, then you just leave. Suzaku? I was too naive. Trying to put too much of an emphasis on my methods rather than the results. I was too focused on ideals rather than goals. This is the result of that! Tokyo's been destroyed, and Natalie's gone! That wasn't your fault. My fights. I won't forgive anyone who will cause more fights! Lelouch, or Sextus, or even His Highness! I'll defeat everything. If killing people is my job, then I accept that, Gino. The most important thing is the end result. You're still saying that? I'll show you the results. With this Lancelot Albion! Destroy all enemies. So, new enemy, the Lancelot Albion.
A more terrifying Lancelot that we will immediately get.
Pretty much. And we've lost Zero, but we should still be fine.
There's a reason I used him. I figured he was going. Nope, not a kill on any.
Yes, claim this again for just a moment.
Checking on Cat.
Yes. I'm mildly worried, as I saw her come down, but not leave. She does not appear to be over there anymore. Nor is she over here, so... That at least is a good thing. We do not want cats causing more trouble. Back to the micro-dimension eaters.
I'll pass it off to you once I get to Suzaku. Only one crit.
You wish to come over here, Claire?
No, she's happy.
Okay. I just felt I should offer to my little old cat.
Oh yeah, the Durandal, if I get it, which I will
Probably.
be doing the hardest to get it, may be one of the few units I don't take range up on.
Really?
Instead, I might take crit up on it.
Okay.
Because do you know what its full upgrade bonus is?
What?
Plus 400 damage, just like the...
Just like all those current units. Current
However,
Valkyrie.
it also gains 30 crit.
It is quite a bit.
So having 40 crit on things... seems like it might be worth it. How much damage was that?
I did not see.
It looked like quite a bit.
It probably was quite a bit. Hadron's Spear. Colin, huh?
Here.
Out of my way, Gino! I'm not naive enough to ignore someone who's just wavering on the battlefield. He's an easy target. Even if the rounds are my enemy, I'll still do it!
Stretchy hand.
This is it, Britannian! That's gotta hurt.
Not enough kill, but...
You.
I don't know what that was, but it looked impressive.
Hadron's Spear. Come here, Cap. The Lancelot Albion.
Look at my hit chance.
Please note, he is incapable of attacking.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Sure you don't want to focus up in preparation for counterattacks? Why? Why does Exus still accept Zero even knowing what he's done? Has he already placed a Geass on all of them?
Nope. No, actually, you could say he's placed the greatest Geass of all on them. Hope.
Or something like that. He's got Blaze Luminous. That's what his one looks like. Even the Lancelot can't do anything?
I didn't have hot blood applied there. Or soul.
I thought you did have Hot Blood, but...
No, that was base damage.
Lancelot Albion. See through, ignore size, counter level 6, dash, will up bonus.
It'll be nice to get Spinzaku back.
Blaze Luminous, sword and shield.
Because this one I might actually use.
Has MVS, Energy Wing, and I couldn't read the rest. MVS, Energy Wing, Varus Full Burst, and Super Varus.
Yeah, you saw my problem. It's the same problem I always have.
Yes, with map attacks.
I forget that you have to press square, not X.
Yeah. I have that happen occasionally as well.
Okay, now to
Moonlight Butterfly?
first see what's his hit chance. Okay. That's
Against a
his
full new
chance.
type.
3%. But it can hit all of them. Yeah, you know what? I'll take the risk.
Goodbye, Churko.
It's a 3%. That would have been 33%. If I had not focused, but...
Aren't you glad I recommended you focus?
Yeah. Otherwise I wouldn't have tried this stupid strategy.
Neatly to 100 kills for Lieutenant Quattro.
Because quite frankly, that strategy is... It's not strategy, it's madness.
Mass production Vincent's.
Turn A. Don't you just love the nonchalant, actually definitely native English speaker?
Turn A.
Because his English is good enough that he clearly is.
I honestly wonder if they got Sid Mead himself to do that.
Who?
Sid Mead, you know, the guy who designed the Turn A?
Oh, it could easily be.
Because that would be a hilarious way of doing that. Courage. It would be wonderful and hilarious.
I'm
Yes.
disappointed in you, Gainer.
Well, love and courage are both words. But if you believe in them, they become power.
Is that a line from
Yes.
the stupid speech?
愛と勇気は言葉感じられれば力
Okay.
キンキンキンゲナ
But he has the most embarrassing confession in all of anime. Which is saying something.
And after having seen it in Z, my god, it is very embarrassing. If we play through Z, Awakening,
Nice.
I'm not going to be able to translate that. For the simple reason of, one, it goes on for like 5 minutes, and two, other people are talking over it a good chunk of the time.
The only way you'd be able to translate it is
What?
if you...
I was going to say, why not go for just love?
because I don't really feel like it. The only way for you to do that is if you intentionally went back to the stage, translated all of it, wrote it down, and then had
Oh
a
no,
sheet
no,
of...
that's not going to work. It's too long, too fast, and it's just noise in the background rather than actual words on
And
the
you have-
screen.
It's probably directly lifted from the series then.
Probably.
And you just have, you know, a sheet of paper. One that's everything else that's going on, and one that's that. So one of us can speak over the other.
Oh, Gainer. Poor, poor Gainer. As his not-quite-girlfriend turned as pink as her outfit.
And her outfit is very pink.
Well, most of it is Awakening.
Man,
But she
people
tries to
have
think as the
better spirit
accents.
commands.
People have better spirit commands in this one than the previous?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's the sequel. You're fighting way tougher stuff.
No, I don't want to attack that one.
Also, the original Z game is crazy hard compared to Z2.
Well, that's why you're going through it once.
Yep. Part of why. Do.
Ah, no dialogue.
Nope. Besides, that way at least we'll be able to, if I manage to clear it. We shall see.
We'll have data, which means the money won't be so tight.
But that also depends on what we wind up doing next. So at the end of today, I'll wind up putting up a poll for what people want us to do after this. There are 4 main options.
4?
Yes. So, the first option is
Go to Z3.
we move on to Z3. The next Z3 Jigoku, the next game in the series. Second option is we come back here and we see the canon ending route, the Zero Requiem route from the save file. The third and fourth options are we go back to the original Z game, Rand route or Setsuko route.
Ah, that's why you say there's 4.
Yes. I've heard people say we should probably do Setsuko since there are people out there who already transited all the way through Rand's route before. So
And
I don't
also
know.
Setsuko seems to be the more... It feels like the more canon one to this. No. Use Trinity Char. Trinity Wing.
I don't know what makes you say that, but...
All the people talking about Big Sis Setsuko.
Well, that's because Shin in particular... As I said, the Destiny troop spends a lot of time with Setsuko.
Have you used Chill Spirit commands at all?
Yes, I have not heard a word.
Really?
Yep.
Is TV tropes just failing there?
Could be that some of them will, but... Whoa. Nice try with that spear scythe thing. It's far too late for you to regret.
And time for the kill.
Gurren Satan 8 elements.
It may not kill, but it will.
Probably. Because Colin is very strong. There's no way I'd retreat before someone like you. I lost? I'm the Knight of 3!
Oh, that was actually a lot closer than expected.
Farewell, Gino. Soul.
Soul. Hot blood and soul.
Why on earth should I fight, even? Gino. That guy. Is this the end for him?
Who are you even... Where are you going?
Nobody knows what Suzaku is doing.
No, genuinely, where is he going?
He's just picking on the weakest guy.
That's not knightly behavior.
As he said, he does not care about ideals anymore. Everything is for the sake of the final goal.
Trinity charge. I don't care how much overkill this is.
Quite a bit. Oh hey, he only needs one more kill.
Yeah, I thought there was one more around, but I guess not.
There's a Suzaku.
But
But it's all the way over there.
Suzaku's too far.
Ah, no he isn't. How many enemies are there left?
Suzaku.
Awakenings.
I was gonna say, there are the numerous awakenings. Do I really want to get the kill with him?
It's an ace, and he's lagging behind, isn't he?
He's 62.
Yeah, so he's not really lagging behind, but...
He's in fact ahead of the crowd. Might get the kill with Destiny. Destiny, turning.
God
Mars.
Love. Love from God Mars.
And just in case. Just in case,
Final
for
God
some
Mars.
reason, the final God Mars is not good enough. That applies to all of them, right?
Yep. That applies everything you want.
It applies money and
Yeah.
experience.
The Earth. I'll protect my second homeland. God fire! Burn straight through the barrier.
Z extra international saviors. What was Zuth?
It's, something like Z Emergency Union of Terrestrial Humans.
Despite the fact that at least 3 of them are,
You've got Baldios.
You've got
the main pilot of the God Sigma,
Grendizer.
Dantoshia, who is not... He's not an alien, but he's not a terrestrial human. He's from Io.
You've got Grendizer. You've got Giron. All of their crew.
They're technically humans, aren't they?
Very technically. They're cyber new types, basically.
Yggdrasil Drive acquired.
They are modified humans.
Can the lights not help you, and was it enough? You're wrong, Kurugi. Mr. Toto? The hesitation inside you has dulled your blade. And even though you knew that, you refused to accept it. I swore I would work for the end result. If that is the case, then make those ideals of yours reality. You're simply imprisoned by your thoughts. Suzaku, you really were still hesitating? What was he thinking? Alright, this is our win! Not yet. There's still more reinforcements. Oh dear.
Please tell me I don't actually have to fight them.
Shouldn't. Is the Federation put an end to us here? But this squad composition, it's totally different than everything else. That mobile suit at the front. The Code Geass?
What Code Geass is that?
It's been a long time, Zexis. Trace Kushonata! He was supposed to have been under house arrest. Why is he... I deemed it necessary to release him upon the world once more. Prince Schneasel, so this was all your doing. However, Zexis, your existence will only create more chaos in this world. You've become far too powerful. There is no need for a power that cannot be controlled. So you intend to fight us here? Watch out, everyone. Something's approaching at high speed. Suzaku? Can you hear me, C2? I've come to pick you up. That guy, what the hell is he saying? You intend to see the end as well? I saw that you're going to be necessary for it. So you're the same as me, hmm? Very well. C2? I'm sorry, Cullen, but I think I'm going to go along with Suzaku here. You're going to rescue Zero? I don't know. Go, C2. After all, you're his co-conspirator, aren't you? Kurugi. Don't regret anything. Yeah. Is that fine, Toto? Even I do not know. But even so, you're gonna let him and C2 go? We decided to trust in Zero. So I wanted to trust in that Kurugi man as well. Even though their two paths may have differed, they're aiming for the same goal. Since we believe in that as well, we'll just need to hold them off here as much as we can. Lelouch, Suzaku, what on earth are you two doing?
Back to this area.
So the Emperor and Lelouch really are in this cave here on Kinejima. Come to think of it, the time that you captured Lelouch was here as well, wasn't it? I've been waiting for you, C2. Anya? Why are you... That is not the girl that you know. What? Nice to meet you, Kurugi Suzaku. My son Lelouch has been quite indebted to you, it seems. I'm Marianne V. Britannia, one of the princesses of Britannia and Lelouch's mother. The Sword of Akasha. Now, God, The time has come to put an end to this. You're wrong. That is wrong, Charles G. Britannia. The one you need to put an end to your duel with is not a god, but me. Lelouch. To think you'd be able to come this far pursuing me. Zexus sent me on my way. After all, they trust in me. Let's see. It looks like they looked at the wrong thing. After all, physical eyes will fail you at times. I won't forgive you insulting my allies. Huh. How unusual, Lelouch. Do you think that someone like you who sacrificed so many others has a right to say things like that? That's right. So in order to atone for all of that, I've come here. All in order to defeat you. However, how do you intend to defeat me? After all, you cannot kill me with a gun, a blade, or even your Geass. Thank you. Thanks to the fact that you came here, I've realized how to win. What? So dimensional system... Is that the dimensional system? Possibly. What have you done, Lelouch? Not something good. So the time system is activated. You sealed off the exit? That's right. Both you, me, and the power of Geass are all sealed inside this space. So long as you can't return to the normal world, there's no meaning to anything you can do. It's exactly the same as being dead. Lelouch. How ironic, isn't it? This system that you created to change the world has now become your eternal prison. Now, the two of us shall stay here for the eternity. You fool. Exactly right, Zero. You. It looks like you're still naive. I'm Liard. I have no recollection of inviting you here. I figured I should come here and say hello before you change the world. The advent of Ragnarok. I await it with pleasure. That is something I could hardly imagine coming from someone such as you, the furthest possible person from my plans. After all, well, I have no interest in something like this anymore. What happens to a single world has nothing to do with me. Charles Z. Britannia. Why do you know I'm Liard? Everything is due to the code I was given. It is the same as all who have knowledge of the Black History. The Black History? It's something that's been recorded in various forms across the galaxy. But rather than those records containing the past, they contain the future. Their existence is a fragment of a much larger power. In other words, it has the same origin as spheres. That's the Black History? Despite the fact that it is scattered across the universe, anyone who obtains a section of it will obtain great power. However, that is the beginning of despair and destruction. Do you intend to lead me astray with your lies? I wondered about that. Well then. I'm Liard. Ignore him. He's nothing more than an observer in this. What's wrong, Lelouch? Do you too wish to know of the future inscribed in the Black History? What I want to hear from you is something different. Answer me. Who's the one who killed my mother? Why didn't you protect her? So you still haven't changed at all from then. Answer my question! What a strange thing to ask. To think that someone who's lied so much would come here seeking the truth. You aren't any different from that I'm Liard, are you? That's right. I've been lying this entire time. Isn't just my name and my history, but I've been hiding my heart as well. But is it that obvious? After all, fiddling with other speeches and slipping in and everything else. Without something like that, countries, species, and even communities wouldn't exist. Everyone lies. Lies to their family, lies to their friends, lies to society. Everyone has a different face they show to them. But is that a sin? What is one's true self? Even you are wearing the mask of an emperor right now, aren't you? In the end, none of us can advance on without our various personas. I'm thou and thou art I? You're wrong. What? See? At that time in the future when lies become pointless, those personas will disappear. And so long as we can understand each other, conflicts will vanish too. That's just an empty theory. Is that truly so? After all, many people are currently moving towards that far-off dream, aren't they? Julia Schoenberg was one of them. What? And now, that world shall soon become reality. Everything shall come with the advent of Ragnarok. The world shall throw away its false masks and face the truth. The advent of Ragnarok? But before that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. But that's... I've gotten a lot larger, Lelouch. Mother? So you've come, Marianne. This is an illusion. What are you intending to do? Showing me? No. I'm the real thing. Well... Oh, thanks to this. Although I can't take on this form anywhere other than inside the system. The real thing? Lelouch, allow me to answer your question. Half a century ago, my brother and I were in hell. Are you talking about V2? All of our family were rivals for the throne of the Imperial line. Assassination and betrayals were our daily lives. Everyone was dying. Even my mother was one of those sacrifices. My brother and I held a grudge against the world, and swore revenge. We swore we would create a world without lies. A world without lies. Even in the Great Dimensional Collapse, and even if the world changed, our goals were the same. C2 and I swore the same thing. Even C2? But V2 was different. Then, that's right. My brother is the one who killed Marianne. V2 refused to accept the fact that Charles and I understood each other so well. He feared that since he received a code at a young age, he would be left alone as an unaging immortal. And so he killed my mother. But then how are you here? Yes. My mind survived, thanks to the power of Geass. I received a Geass that allows me to reside in someone else's heart, even though my body may have Although when my body perished, it activated for the first time. Blah. Ah, yes. Thanks to the fact that my apprentice Anya had come to that palace, I was able to escape by hiding inside of her, and V2 missed me.
The night of 6?
And then I knew. Let's see. Through manipulating my consciousness, I could speak with C2. Thanks to that, I was able to shroud Anya's consciousness in mists. Let's see. Although thanks to that, Anya wound up having her consciousness enshrouded in fog. I can't even trust her own memories. Let's see. C2, who knew my secret, wound up running away from V2 and the Geass cult, and helping me to disappear.
My brother hid every trace of that incident from me. He lied. Even though we swore we would create a world without lies. Don't you joke. You're just trying to push all the blame onto V2 who's already dead. You wound up sending me and Nunnally off to Japan to be hostages. It was necessary. What was necessary? For a father to push their children away like that.
Do you not understand? After all, it's because you were so important that he kept you far away.
Yes. In order to escape my brother's eyes, I sent you off to Japan. Secretly had Marianne's remains removed as well.
So long as I had a body, there was a possibility I could return to it.
In order to protect everything. He overwrote the witnesses Anya and Nunnally's memories with my Geass. Nunnally. So the reason she couldn't see wasn't because of a problem with her heart.
After all, if she was a witness, there was a possibility her life could have been in danger.
In order to save Nunnally, I needed proof she couldn't have seen the truth.
See? After all, well, we only need a single code, right? We only needed we thought we needed more than a single code. No, we knew we needed a single code. So we needed to keep them around. But then, as our research continued, another code. We found that C2... we found that unless C2 was there wouldn't be a 100% possibility of success.
In case Marianne wasn't able to convince C2, we decided to use you. But then, why have I been fighting until now? In order to protect Nunnally, take revenge for a mother, I've done so. After the advent of Ragnarok, these tragedies will not occur anymore.
All the masks will disappear, and everyone will be able to be themselves.
This system was prepared so long ago for one who had touched the black history. It's highly likely it was designed for someone whose existence was similar to them. Is that so? So was the entire fight between the Black Knights and Britannia all for the purposes of dragging C2 here? In other words, we're just the noise of this world, nothing more than an interference. What do you think?
Lelouch. Oh, you realized that we were here?
After all, you're necessary, aren't you? Both you and this plan.
I suppose.
Why did you bring Suzaku along?
It is because he's similar to me. You and I? Even though we desire death, it is not granted to us. I used Lelouch for it, even though he knew everything. Even though I knew everything that would happen, in order for myself to die, I wound up forcing him to live. Do you regret it? Ha! As if. After all, I'm an eternal witch. I've already thrown away any semblance of humanity. You and I aren't any alike at all. Let's see. Even if I think it's foolish, I wasn't able to stop it.
However, Kurugi, there's no point in your having come this far.
I suppose so. After all, you're already an ageless immortal, aren't you? And so, there's something I want to confirm. What it is that you're trying to create.
Yes, that is a just and kind world, like Yuffie desired. I see. See too. Now that you are here, we can begin the plan. And after that, I shall grant your wish.
It's beginning! Blade of Akash, the Sword of Akash is about to kill a god.
Yeah, it looks just a bit ominous there, especially with the music. What is that?
The collective unconsciousness. Thank you, Persona! Thank you for reminding me of that. Transcending space and time. It's connecting people's hearts and memories. Gathered form of people's hearts and memories?
Now, C2. With our powers combined, we shall create a new world!
Lelouch, why did you try and take over the world?
What a foolish question. It was for Nunnally.
His sake. Aren't you just using Nunnally as an excuse?
I guess you're right. After all, I've been fighting for everything I want to protect.
If you're preoccupied with the end goal, well, so much, there's something you have to do.
After all, for that sake, I can't afford to ignore any means.
If that's the case,
yes.
What?
Well, I refuse to accept your reasoning! Why do people lie? That isn't because they wish to conflict with others. It's because they have something they desire. In a world where everyone is always the same, there won't be any change. You can't call that living. A world like that is nothing more than closed-off possibilities. I can't stand that.
Lelouch, do you intend to go against me?
Is your desire the same as the Emperor's?
After all, is it a good thing that everyone who's been split apart for so long will become one once more? We'll be able to be back with all the people who died again, won't we? Just like Euphemia.
So that really is it. And you think that's a good thing? But what you're doing is nothing more than shoving your ideals onto everyone else. You aren't any different from any other villain. Everyone shall eventually understand this. That time will never come. There's one thing I can say for certain. You may have been doing And this for the sake of everyone. Huh? You may have been doing this for my sake and Nunnally's. But you threw us away!
But that was all in order to protect you.
Then why didn't you stop the war between Japan and Britannia? After all, for the sake of your plans, you didn't care if we lived or died. So you threw us away. Just making your selfish excuses.
That's wrong.
You said it yourself, didn't you? We'll be able to be with everyone who's died. You aren't looking at the future at all. After all, the future is something that will come after the advent of Ragnarok. The glorious world that Nunnally longed for. You're wrong. All you're looking at is a world for yourself. What Nunnally desired. It was not a world for the sake of herself, but for others' sake.
That might be right. After all, even until the very end, Yuffie didn't say that Lelouch was 0. And even Shirley. So high.
And even if that's so, then what of it? The advent of Ragnarok has already begun. Is that so? After all, I'm 0. The man who will create a miracle. Your Geass won't work. After all, there's no one else here to use it on. No. Isn't there someone else? That's right. This world of C is the will of all humanity. And humans are not equal. That's what you said, isn't it?
See?
It's because we aren't equal that they know of my power. You fool, Lelouch! Do you truly think that the power of a king can win against a god? This isn't a simple matter of win or lose. This is a wish. Yes. Now I know it. God. Collective unconsciousness.
Yep, there we go. Double S.
Don't stop the flow of time!
Lelouch, you... Something like this. Not Yuffie. No one wanted this! But you'd be able to meet Yuffie again! That's just a reasoning you're using.
There's no way you could do it. There's no possible way humanity could win against a god. Even so, we want a future!
But that's...
Thought elevator's falling apart. Marion and my brother's dream is falling apart.
Charles, give up already. It was a brilliant idea, but...
Not yet, C2. So long as we still have our powers. This is the end, Charles. This isn't a lie. But this is the truth! Impossible. I'm supposed to be immortal and unaging. But this world of C...
But C2! Why is C2 disappearing? She was supposed to be a part of this plan. I'm sorry, but I realized it. You all wanted this all for yourselves. No! This was for Lelouch and Nunnally!
Don't you know? Do you know the reason that Nunnally smiled all the time?
Smiled?
Why don't you understand? She couldn't see anything and she couldn't even walk. But even so... Oh, she knew there are things that only she could do. That smile. At the very least she was thankful for everything. And for a pointless thing like that... I won't let you say that that's a lie. I won't. After all, people like you who refuse to accept reality and try to find something joy for yourselves alone, don't screw with us. There's only one thing that's true. And that's the fact that you threw us away.
But...
Lelouch, you fool! If I disappear, all that will be remaining is the future of despair left in the black history. A world of despair and lies. this despair and everything, it's all a different side of the card. Same card, and even so you. Even if that's so, I shall deny the world you have created. Disappear! Farewell, Emperor of Britannia, and my mother. Well, what do you intend to do from now on? Huh? You went against Charles's plan, and accepted reality, chose to continue the flow of time. However, I refuse to accept Lelouch, who killed Yuffie. But even so, Lelouch v. Britannia no longer exists. The man before you is Zero alone. Do you think twisted logic like that will work? If you wish to kill me, then go ahead and do so. Now that the Britannian Emperor is gone, my role in all this is over. The Super United Nations shall continue on under Lady Kagura. And now that the Emperor is gone, so long as Zexus can defeat the Innovators, everything shall return to the way it should be. You're saying you've brought back peace to the world? That's right. After that, the world that Yuffie and Nunnally desired will surely come about. Do you think you've got the right to see that world come? That's precisely why I sealed off this space so that the Emperor and I would remain here. Do you think that that would be enough to apologize for your sins? Creating the world that Yuffie and Nunnally desired. That is the only method I had left of atoning. Tell me, Suzaku, what else can I do? What should I do? As if I know! Think of that yourself! Then I'll ask, what do you intend to do? Now that the Emperor's gone, do you intend to become a Knight of One under Schneasel? And I'll ask again. Will you be happy just obtaining Area 11 for your own? If you're able to save Japan, won't that have been your responsibility? Is that something you should say? Answer me, Suzaku. What do you desire? Lelouch, you! Suzaku! You! Zero! Suzaku? You waited for us? And the Emperor... The Emperor of Britannia is gone. He will not resurrect again. You did it? Yes. Suzaku and I wound up working together, but we didn't find an answer. What the hell are you talking about? Out. It's been an entire week you guys were in there! Huh? What's the meaning of this C2? Even I can't explain it. All I can do is suppose that the flow of time was different in that world. That's way too early to be shocked. In this 1 week, the entire Federation's changed. What? There's been a coup d'etat? After you left to pursue the Emperor, we fought against Schneasel. But when I think of it now, it was likely merely an appeal against the Super United Nations. In the end, since the Emperor of Britannia himself wasn't there, has disappeared, he's been declared dead. Let's see. And the next in command, Schneasel and Therese Kushernada have taken over. Therese Kushernada. So he still has a huge amount of influence left in the shadows, huh? In addition, what's with this chaotic situation? In addition, there's this situation. I'd imagine there are plenty of people who'd like to make use of his charisma. As a result of that, Trace was named to be in charge of the Federation military. Well then, Schneisel is the representative of the Federation?
That's exactly it! That guy. Even though he should have been dealing with the Emperor's throne. Because of the Emperor's throne stuff, position of Federation representative, in other words, the king of all the earth, he said he wasn't fit for it and pulled out.
That sounds like something Schneisel would say.
What do you mean?
That man is already seeking to put himself in a position where he won't be targeted. If I was to put it a different way, Schneisel El Britannia chose the sort of man who will always choose a path where he cannot lose.
As if that's something you should be saying with the way you've used everyone else as tools. Just quit it already, Suzaku. This is the time to be talking about that. Do you intend to capture me and pay me back for everything I've done up until now?
It's exactly as Kozuki said. We don't have time here to be dealing with personal feelings.
Do you intend to fight against Schneisel and Trace?
At this point in time, that's impossible. That right now, the Super United Nations is being closed in. What are you talking about, Toto? Schneisel and Trace have joined hands with the White Fang. What?
That happened just yesterday. In just a little bit of time, there's going to be a huge broadcast from the Earth Federation. It's right about time. There's a coup d'etat in the Earth Federation. The war with the White Fang has ended?
What on earth is happening with this world?
It's a good question. The Sank Kingdom. With our joining hands with the White Fang, the war between the colonies and the Federation has officially ended. As a result of this, the long history of conflict between the Federation and Earth has finally reached a true conclusion. And, to all of you out there watching this, as the Chief Commander of the Federation military, I would like to introduce you to the new representative of the United Earth Federation. Please welcome King Miliardo Peacecraft.
The King of War.
I am the third representative of the United Earth Federation, Miliardo Peacecraft. And at the same time, as of today, I am the King of the Sank Kingdom. Queen Relina, the Emperor of Britannia. Let's see. All of the former representatives of the Federation in search for peace in their own ways. And I swear that I shall take that peace not just for the entire Earth, but out into space as well. At the same time, I proclaim that I shall stand against any who are opponents of peace. Those who would fight against the Federation. In the name of Peacecraft, I shall bring judgment to them.
Refugee camp. That's Lady Relina? I'm fine, Marina. I'm sure that my brother is planning something. I'm certain that he's doing this for the sake of peace.
Do you really think that?
What are you saying after showing up out of nowhere like that?
That Miliardo Peacecraft man. He's just a king who will bring forth war.
A king who will bring forth war? If even Gaia was saying that, you know something's gotta be wrong.
Alright.
So, it's 4:20.
That it is.
Suzaku? I'm mildly curious how many kills Suzaku has, since I think we should have him. But I could be wrong.
Let's
Yeah.
see if he sees name.
Nope. Looks like no.
I was going by levels rather than kills.
Even so. Nope.
Alright.
Looks like no, we do not have Suzaku yet. Probably get him at the start of the next chapter. Jamil's in the middle there. If you want him.
One off.
So. The question becomes, do we go for another chapter?
Your call.
I'm afraid we're at the point where everything is going to get longer and longer.
Yep. We're at the point where stages are about 2 hours long.
Alright. I'm going to say at this point, since it's past 4:20, we'll cut here for now. If it was a bit, if it was, a little earlier, I'd contemplate continuing, but at this point, it'll be well past 6 if we clear another stage. So. But at the very least, everything is going quite well. 120 points.
That's nothing.
It is quite a bit.
Oh, you
Alright.
have enough to do.
So, as soon as we finish upgrading everyone, we'll go ahead and cut here for the day. But, so, we've gotten rid of the Emperor of Britannia, thanks to utilizing the collective unconsciousness and casting a Geass on all of it. I'm certain that won't be a problem. Should be perfectly fine. We've dealt with a couple of other small miscellaneous problems. The Earth Federation has entirely changed, as Trace Kushonada is now in charge of everything.
Which is definitely not the worst person.
Yeah, definitely not. And Miliardo Peacecraft is now their representative. The title of the next chapter is The King of War Peacecraft. I'm certain this won't go badly. Not at all.
I still have the same question. What Tolgeass was that? No, that was intentional.
Okay.
That was actually intentional.
Alright. So, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and stop. I hope you all have been enjoying this. Enjoy the fact that we chose the Trust Zero route. And we'll see you all tomorrow for Halloween. With a nice fight. Nice scrap out in space. Should be against both Trace and Miliardo. So, as always, have a nice day.
See you.